right. Great job. Good job. We had a goal in mind. We had a job, and you guys went out and did just a tremendous job. I can't say enough. You're sitting 5-5. You're sitting 5-5 on the season. 1-0. Let me rephrase. You're sitting 1-0 after that game, but you're 5-5 on the season. What I want everybody here to understand is we've had a really good season to this point, and we're still rolling. But it's been a family effort. It's been everybody. I cannot say enough about the fans and our band and everybody we've had up there. It has been tremendous. These guys have fed off that all year long. I'm so proud of everybody that goes to school here and how you have pulled together in tough years. Thank you. Appreciate all you guys. Give them a hand. Give them a hand. Coaches, anything?
Hey, don't forget when you guys get down here, we got a little song to sing.
And of course, I know who you guys are. First of all, Ty. Oh my goodness, on defense. You were making sacks, you were making picks. What was going on there on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, we just worked on it as a team the whole week, knew what they were doing, and just every man for himself. Like, every man do their job, and it all ends out well.
Absolutely. And Cam, once again, I think you passed 120 mark on the sack. Not on the sacks, of course not. But on tackles. How do you feel about tonight's game?
I feel like it went over pretty solid. I think, personally, I missed a few tackles this game. I think it could have had more. But, I mean, definitely we're ready for next week as a team.
And Dom, passing, I know you said, hey, wins are the only thing that matters to me, but how sweet it was it passing 1,000 yards tonight?
It's been a great accomplishment. I've never done it before. I feel great. Where else I'd rather do it in here.
Absolutely. And what was going on there in that first quarter when you were really getting those yards, really taking the offense into the red zone? What was going on there?
Oh, I wanted it bad, and this big boy right here got me there, and I'm really happy about it.
And speaking of now, I'm sorry, but you got a pass tonight?
Yeah,
you hit a 38-yard field goal. First of all, on that passing play, when you heard the call, what went through your head?
Oh, nothing. We worked it like 2 or 3 times in a week, and I knew, I was like, I tried to not show anything, but I was like, oh, I'm going. And then they tried to tackle me. I got that mean stiff arm. But I mean, eventually they'll get me. I'm not the fastest.
And on that field goal, when you heard field goal team and you're looking at the 21-yard line, what was going through your head? Was that
I
planned?
actually called that. I was asking for it. I wanted to kick it because that was my first one in the game. I mean, practice I've got 47, but in the game that's my best I've had. So I wanted that.
And Ty, right back to you. How pumped were you when you got those touchdowns, especially early on? Didn't get them all. The punt return got called back, but
every
I mean,
time.
what do you think that did to the sideline there?
It obviously pumped them up, got them all going. It felt good and all, but I mean, it was just the start of the new season, basically. We're 1-0 for playoffs, ready to go kick Savannah's butt.
I was about to say, Savannah, they're big, they're bad. You saw them before, and nothing against Patrick Greer. He got thrown into some entirely.
We were missing 6 starters.
I was about to say, and Patrick Greer was just the start of it. Nothing against him, but how eager are you guys to see him again, especially under these circumstances?
I'm kind of glad that it panned out this way. I mean, I'm excited for this game. I definitely think it's going to be a different score.
Nice picture.
Thanks, sir.
Hey, follow me. I tweet a good run, please.
Hey, thanks, brother. Hey, good game, y'all. Good game.
And
they're talking about my run. They all know. They all know I run like a tank.
And Dom and Ty, you both saw Savannah as well. What do you think you guys are going to have to do to get a victory next week? Because they're tough and they can put it on the ground, you know.
We just got to work as a team. I mean, we were missing a lot of starters, our quarterback, and we got them all back. We're all healthy, so we should win.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. All of us are healthy. Savannah's a good team, but we've gotten better. It's going to be a good game.
Our practices have changed a lot.
And I was about to say, final question, how anxious are you for next week? You're going into territory that hasn't been explored by a Cameron team in a very, very long time. How anxious are you to see them?
I feel like as a team overall, we're feeling pretty great to go in there. I mean, I think it's going to be a solid game.
And final question, which is postseason win, first time since 2013. You guys you had a rough season the year before, and you guys know about the year before that. What's it like being this complete shift in position for Cameron football?
We got to give that up to our coaching staff. They've done so much this summer and so much during this season. They're crazy good. Wallace knows everything there is to know about picking out a defense. Stuckey knows everything there is to know about picking out an offense. I mean, together those two, they sit in that room and they get some good stuff going, and that clearly works out here for us.
Did you take your answer?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that's all I got. Is there anything you guys like to add? Anything at all?
Come support next week. That's all we can ask.
Absolutely. Well, no, that's all I got. Hey, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Does it feel? Thoughts on the game tonight?
Well, our kids, they played pretty well. They really, really did. We had a great week of practice, and these kids understand, number one, how to practice. They really, I cannot say enough about how they practice. And then it just leads on to the game, and they play the way they practice. You know, you can't, early on it wasn't as good as what we wanted, but I'll promise you, they've picked this thing up, they've bought in, they understand what it takes. That is a group I am so proud of right now.
Just talk about how your team has kind of come together. We saw tonight they're running the ball to a really efficient rate, especially there in that second quarter, putting up 34 points. Just talk about how they've come together as a team. It's a young team, but boy, looking at the start of the season now, it's really impressive.
Well, I've done this for quite a while, and I'm here to tell you, I cannot remember at least a team that's come as far as what those kids have come since the beginning of the year. Boy, we started in June. I mean, there are a lot of days we go back in that and we would start to rethink a little bit about what we were trying to do. They're just having a hard time hanging on to stuff. We didn't understand 4 to 6 A to B. That's all changed. They're a whole different group of kids. They love each other. They play for each other. They're excited. They have enthusiasm. We've even started to pick up our physicalness a little bit. Practice very, very well. We play just like we practice. And the great part about it is there's 3 seniors on this football team. That's kind of exciting.
And then, Coach, looking to next week, another tough one ahead of you, the Classic Big Playoffs. What are some things you take off from this game to build upon for next week?
Well, the first thing I'm going to tell you, it's going to get a lot tougher. It's going to get a lot tougher real fast. Savannah is a tremendous football team. They're very well coached. They're physical, and they know exactly what they want to get done. And we watched the Maryville-Savannah game, and Maryville won that game 28-14. But I'm here to tell you, it was a lot closer than that. You know, they were moving those kids up front with Maryville a little bit. So we're going to have to really go back to work here a little bit this weekend with our game plans. But, you know, it's hitting 5-5 on the season. I can't remember the last time that Cameron has done that. Those kids are excited about what they've accomplished, and I've already heard words they went by us about Savannah next week. And we'll have great game plans, I promise you, and those kids are going to play their butts off.
Thanks, Coach, and congrats.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
You rock, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
What's up?
Oh, not much.
You bet, you too.
And congratulations on the win tonight. First of all, you know, you played some teams that they've kind of been in the same position that Cameron was in last year. How do you feel about them building momentum week after week, especially against? I mean, you know, they're not terrible teams at all, but they've just had rough seasons. I mean, how do you feel about building that momentum, though?
Well, you know, it's kind of been a year-long thing. We played well early. We hit a real tough stretch. And then we were able to kind of get things rolling again. But I want to give all the credit for those kids in that locker room. They never put their head down. They never gave up. They kept fighting, and we knew we got some guys injured. We got some guys back from injury, and they're playing really, really well. So, I mean, if you're not playing your best football this time of the year, you're going to be in trouble, and those boys are. And Central Academy had some very strong athletes tonight. What do you think made the difference tonight? Was it just players hitting their marks, staying on their? Our kids wanted it more. Our kids wanted it more. And that's just plain and simple. They wanted it a lot more. They were more physical. They did everything that they were taught to do, and they just flat wanted it more.
And how important is it to get your younger players both experience in the postseason and to rest your seniors and your upperclassmen for a very tough Savannah game next week?
Yeah, it was nice to be able to pull some kids off the field. Dom hit his 1,000 yards, which we're real proud of. But it was nice to be able to pull those kids off. We shouldn't be too sore. We should be ready to go, and we're going to have some good game plans this week, obviously, for Savannah. I've already heard them talking about it a little bit. We're going to go play a good football game.
And I was about to say, Savannah, you've seen them before. Of course, you're just starting to get into the game planning phase right now. What is your team going to have to do next week to be successful against the Savannah team? Of course, you got Ty back, and that was a big factor. Nothing against Patrick Greer, but having Ty come in, how do you think that changes the dynamic?
Well, we're going to have to play 4 to 6 A to B. We're going to have to be 4 to 6 second football players because their kids are going to be that way. We're going to have to be a little bit more physical, and we're going to have to go in this game ready to go. Physically and mentally, the whole ball of wax. We got to have it. We got to have it for 4 quarters. It's going to take a tremendous effort, but I think they're ready.